New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell described the assault as a terrorist attack. The FBI was investigating possible explosives found at the scene. New Orleans terror attack live updates: suspect dead after ramming crowd of New Year's revelers, killing at least 10. New Year's celebrations turned to tragedy in New Orleans after a driver rammed a truck into the crowd at the city's iconic Bourbon Street, killing at least 10 and injuring 35 others. The killer drove a white truck with a black flag on the back through the barricades on the corner of Bourbon and Canal Street. The hell-bent killer engaged in a firefight with cops, injuring at least 2, before being shot dead, multiple local outlets reported. The depraved murderer who killed at least 10 people by ramming his truck into celebrating crowds in New Orleans on New Year's is dead, the FBI confirmed in a statement. This morning, an individual drove a car into a crowd of people on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, killing a number of people and injuring dozens of others. The subject then engaged with local law enforcement and is now deceased. The FBI is the lead investigative agency, and we are working with our partners to investigate this as an act of terrorism, the Bureau said. A New Year's reveler has given a harrowing account of the twisted and horribly disfigured bodies he saw sprawled on New Orleans' Bourbon Street after a terrorist plowed his truck into crowds. Jimmy Cothran, who sought cover in a nightclub as the carnage unfolded, told NBC News he counted 8 bodies on the street in the immediate aftermath. "Dead right in front of us was someone's mother, twisted, obviously deceased," he said. One man, deceased, had tire tracks across his back, and when someone turned him over, he had tire tracks across his stomach and was clearly crushed. A little girl that we had seen dancing as we were walking up the street was as flat as a pillow, he continued. It just kept going. Every eye shot body, 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 body. It was unbelievable. The white truck used to mow down joyful New Year's Eve crowds in New Orleans appears to have Texas plates, photos show. 10 people were killed in what local authorities are calling a terrorist attack after a driver rammed a white truck with a black flag into the Bourbon Street revelers. Photos of the scene show what appears to be a gun case in the bed of the truck. The truck was ultimately stopped after crashing into a crane in the middle of the street. Photos from the scene show New Orleans Police Chief Kirkpatrick confirmed that the attack was not a DUI in a statement to local outlet Fox 8. "This was not a DUI situation, this was intentional," she said. New Year's terror attack kills 10 people, injures 35 as killer rams revelers on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, opens fire. At least 10 people were killed and dozens injured when a driver rammed a truck into crowds on the famed Bourbon Street in New Orleans before jumping out and